Earnings not out yet, but we'll be out soon. Welcome to the recap show. Is Shawn Katina one more time coming through here. One more time. All right, I got to get everything loaded up here because we kind of came over here. Not quite ready. We'll put out the chat right now for the market recap show, and I want to say thank you to everybody. Here comes Micron. Micron is now out right now, reporting 42 cents against minus 26. Huge move up for Micron. Let's go over to a 1-minute chart. This is exactly what we said could possibly happen. There goes Micron up to $100, and it's rally time. We just got to 102 on Micron. Right now, the rally is here. It's Micron, and it is fantastic, making that move up to the upside right now for Micron. As soon as we get those earnings, we'll give them to you. Thank you so much for everybody joining me right now. It is Adam DeLuz. It is your recap show. But there goes Micron. Nice move to the upside. As soon as I can see this on Benzinga, I will get that for you. Right here, Benzinga. This program brought to you by the Benzinga Pro platform. As soon as I see Micron on here, I will drop those news to you. But I just heard it in my ear. I'll put it back in. It was 40 cents versus minus 20 cents. But I'm going to confirm that when it comes out. Please don't take anything what I say for fact until I show it to you. We're going to wait for Micron. It's a big mover, man. Micron really saying, hold my beer, up that 10%. And we said this was expected. The move of 10% was the expected move. Right now for Micron, bang, up to 105 and change. What does that mean for NVIDIA? We said this could possibly happen for NVIDIA. High tide raises all ships. There it is. It's a nice move up to 906, 907. What does that mean for AMD? Nice move breaking through 180 right now. And here we go. We have breaking news. It is the earnings. They are out right now. So let's go. It's Micron. There it is right there. We gave it to you first. 42 cents versus minus 25. That's it right there. Micron opens it up. Boom, nice move up from Micron. We'll find out. Now, if they guide higher, where does this name go? Micron up $10 right now. Huge move to the upside. Bye-bye. Ciao, Bella. Nice move to the upside. Bang for Micron. Still going 107, and we are getting higher and higher and higher. Just turn this for me when you're done. All right, there goes Micron. We'll wait to see if we can get Chewy. I do not see Chewy out yet, but what a day it was in the markets today, everyone. We nailed Tesla. Let me just go find out what Tesla's doing today. Nice upside move. All right, so what did Fed Powell say today? Let's figure out what did he say exactly. Weakness in the labor market could be a problem. So if he sees weakness in the labor market, let's start cutting some of that. So if you are wondering about, hey, am I going to be able to get into the Qs? What's happening right now as we go into all-time highs? Fabian was like, is the market at all-time highs? We're pretty close, man. Right there, the Qs looking at it, 448. Yeah, the Dow. You want to look at the diamond? Sure, buddy. There we go. These are the DIA. There is the Dow right now at all-time highs. We'll go over to a weekly chart just to show you all. We're nowhere near any of these most recent bottoms right now. The diamonds, the Dow, upside. Despite Intel being a constituent of the Dow Jones, this still goes to the upside. And you know why? Shout out to Jamie Dimon. You know what, Jamie? You used to be one of my favorite CEOs until you said there was a hurricane coming in this market. What kind of hurricane is this? If this is a hurricane in the market, my guy, then, hey, I'm moving to Miami immediately because this is a nice move upside there. We should probably move there for reasons anyways, but there's hurricane. Nah. This is JP Morgan and what's happening with those guys. Powell noticed at the first half of the year, we did have some bumps in that. We talked about some of those PPI and CPI possibly being a bump in the road and seasonal. So we did have a hotter than expected PPI and CPI number. Powell addressed those and said, you know what, potentially, oh no, eyelash. Potentially some of those PPI warnings and CPI, I don't need this in my ear anymore, we're bumping the roads and seasonality factors. So let's just go back over to the Qs and have a quick look to see what they did today. So let's go over to a 1-minute chart here on the triple Qs, which is right here. Oh, we have daily on both. Okay, so let's switch this over and see what happened at 2 p.m. when those came out. So again, here's the move up on an expected rate change of nothing. So we expected no movement at all. So this is a little funny because when this really popped up here on the NASDAQ, why did we do that on an expected move? as expected. So let's keep this upside here, because next time we get an expected move, let's just go the same way that the market's been trending. As you can see here, if we go over to like a 3-minute chart, the NASDAQ, again, trending. I mean, we bottomed out there. I guess, you know what? Today's date didn't really tell us anything. The market made a move down, then we kind of bottomed out. What I was looking at was this bump up right there. But again, we were kind of at the bottoms. Nice move up for the NASDAQ. It's this retracement level that happened right there at 2:30 when Powell stepped on the mic. That's when, you know, we got that buy volume coming back in. So you could see some sectors today that we could possibly talk about. I mean, the only thing that was down today was energy. And energy's been super hot. So like for UNG, I don't even want to look at UNG. XLE, let's look at XLE quickly here on the daily chart. Look, I mean, it can pull back. It's Hydration Nation quickly. Adair, you got the boots on. There was snow early, but it's really good now. I just saw Adair in some boots there. She had the high heels on. She put the boots on because, you know what? There was snow this morning. I woke up and had to take it off the car. I had to get that brush going. Just drive. Yeah, Ramin's like, just drive anyways and don't worry about it. Nah, you got family to worry about right there. But $92 for XLE. The only negative sector. I don't think Tammy, my guest coming up, had snow being in Atlanta, in Georgia there. So we'll see if she had snow or not. We'll ask her today. All right, so what was good today? All right, uranium. Again, this is kind of a funny one because we talked about uranium and some energy names. I'm not into this yet. I'll just take, lithium. No, lithium. Actually, let's just check out what lithium's doing. Is it up recently? Okay, so lithium again. Pretty bad, man. Pretty bad move to the downside, but a nice take for lithium right now. Let's go back. I don't want to be sleeping on Micron. Micron is an absolute monster. Here they come to save the day. It's Micron Technologies is here to stay. Up 14%. Did we really just wick 110 on Micron? Stay tuned. We have the Fibonacci princess coming through who will talk all about Micron levels maybe as she emailed me late in the day. Tammy, you can't email me that late. I'm on air, but we talked about Micron, and she's going to come through with Micron. I want to thank all 4,000 of you watching right now. We have the Fibonacci princess coming out very, very soon to talk all about that. I still don't see, let's see something else. KB Homes. Do we have KB Homes out yet? Nepa. That's like, kind of like no in French. Looks like Chewy may be out. I don't see Chewy on the Benzinga Pro platform, but we'll get that out, and when it does come out, we'll find out all about it. You know what was a real fun day today, but not really for me because we're negative on this? Wow, look what just happened right now to Bitcoin. Like, what a nice move to the high side right now. So this is not the right chart. Let's go to a 15-minute chart to see what happened to Bitcoin today. You know what? Let's go to a 3-minute chart for today and zoom out. So now, volume really started to pick up here in the midday, right? So I was actually short this. There was a report out. I don't know if it was the DOJ. Probably not. Doesn't make any sense. Somebody was looking into, what I heard anyways, looking into Ethereum and possibly not pulling the ETF or anything like that, but it definitely started to move down, and we could probably look at, let me just look at ETHE here in the midday. Yeah, so Ether basically went from Ethereum Ether went from 26.75 all the way down to 24. So they took down 10% again for Ethereum today, and that really had Bitcoin reeling. Now, whenever I hear things like that, I'm immediately thinking, uh-oh, because what's going to move crypto, right? I mean, I just feel like negative news into the Fed or anybody investigating some of the legitimacy of some of these coins. So I really got scared of that, and we started shorting IBIT. But look at this, nice move back up to the upside there for BTC proper. So I still don't see anything out for Chewy if and when that hits. Here's the Benzinga Pro platform. Dogecoin today up 14%. Holler to Nimit. I was actually talking to Nimit, and he's like, maybe buy Doge. Congratulations, Nimit. Good move up today for Dogecoin. Anything else? Oh, there's KB Homes. Okay, so KB Homes reports first quarter revenues grew 6% to 1.47 billion. Diluted earnings per share up to 176. So that's a good one. Let's see what's happening with KB Homes. We saw the home... what is it? XHB, the home. Yep. Okay, so there's the Homebuilders ETF. A nice move for them, especially on the daily, kicking higher right now. So let's see if KB Homes treats that as good. KB Homes right now, downside push a little bit. Fat finger down to 67. KB Homes right now at 68, kind of flat. It was at 70, so a downside push there for KBH. Here is the summarized version for you with KB Homes, 176 versus 157, sales of 147 versus 148. So we'll have to hear what KB Homes is saying because it doesn't look like it should be red on those numbers, maybe projecting a little bit of a lower take here in some of the homes sales moving forward. We'll see what that Q1 or Q2 guide was. Maybe they gave a full year. If I see that, we'll get that as well. That's the latest note that I have on KB Homes. But let's not sleep on Micron. I like that though. Let's not sleep on Micron right now because we had breaking news with these guys and Micron really delivering the goods today. Micron Technologies better than Q2 and strong Q3 guidance. So here it is right here on Benzinga. I don't actually have the guidance, but strong Q3 guidance right here. Micron Technology, fiscal 23 out right now. Good move up for Micron and strong guidance. I don't see the guidance on here, but maybe Brendo, if you're around. Oh, there it is right here. All right, so this is the guidance right here. Sees Q3 adjusted, oh no, yeah, EPS between 38 to 52 cents versus 20. That's a huge guide higher, man. 6.4 to 6.8 versus 6. So Micron right now beats current quarter by far. Why were they expecting a negative print on Micron? Seems silly. Nice beat for Micron. They give 42 cents versus minus 25. I don't know if about the company to comment on that, but they smoked the guidance higher. So congratulations on any Micron bulls. You know the funny thing about this? We had Micron upgrades on Monday. What day is today? And on Tuesday, in front of earnings today. Micron killing it. Good upgrade. Let's go find out who that was. XLF upside. What else was red today? XLV? Oh yeah, the healthcare sector. BioNTech today. A bad report coming out for BioNTech, sending healthcare names lower. Eli Lilly reported a drop down today on a report from Bloomberg that the Congressional Budget Office, the anticipated savings of obesity drugs would be outweighed by their cost. I say bull on that one because honestly, what this drug will do, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if there's any nurses or doctors out there, I mean, you guys just tell me some of the effects and some of the costs that obesity, and then especially, I mean, they just commented on obesity, but what these drugs can do is also help you with your cravings and some of the addictions that people have. I just think that honestly, I've battled this a lot. I don't smoke or anything like that, but it's kind of like, I feel that the government makes so much money on taxes, especially in, you know what a pack of cigarettes cost? I was telling this story the other day. I was lined up at 7-Eleven getting $1 coffee. What am I doing? Anyways, it's right across the office. Be quiet, Ramin. I'm gonna have to get her a Starbucks one day. Anyways, the guy in front of me got a coffee, I think actually, and a pack of smokes. And I was looking at the thing, and I was like, why did that just come up to like $23? Yeah, exactly. So a pack of cigarettes was like $21 or whatever it was. And I don't even think they were like premium cigarettes. Does that even exist anymore? Here in Canada, you can't advertise or do anything, but the tax dollars keep on getting ramped up. You know what it costs for a case of beer here? Actually, I haven't bought one in a while. It's like probably $50 Canadian for a 2-4. So the government taxing, it's because they got to put this money into healthcare because of some of the costs. Now, I'm not going to preach about that, although I feel like I just did. I think Eli Lilly is doing a great job here. Look at the move upside, and I actually want to buy some dips in some of these names. So it's Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. If you're playing these GLP-1 drugs, they have dipped down. What goes up must come down. I'm a buyer at the 50 period for both of these. We'll wait for earnings though. When does Eli Lilly report? I'm looking up here for it. Okay, April 30th. So quite a while for them as we go. I love April. It's the month I married my wife. And then Novo Nordisk here, May 2nd. So we still have a while before these drugs come out. So, all right, let's go. We're going to call, is Tammy ready? Okay, we'll call on her in a minute. Let me just see what's happening with Micron. Nice upside move. All right, I said a minute. I lied. It's Trader Talk. Let's go. It's always great to have a princess on our show, and today we have the Fibonacci princess, Miss Tammy. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I missed y'all.
You did? Wow, that's so nice. We don't hear that too often, but we missed you as well. How was the break?
It was fantastic. I went on something called the Monsters of Rock cruise that had Queensryche, Winger, KK Priest, which is the original members of Judas Priest,
Great,
minus Jeff Tate, and it was a lot of bands, like 25 bands on the cruise, and it was absolutely amazing. It was Accept, Extreme, and we got to hang out with them, take pictures. It was awesome.
So good. And you were just at the Money Show you mentioned?
So I just did the Money Show virtually about 15 minutes before I came on here, 20 minutes before I came on here.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, obviously, as we're scheduled with you. Today, we had over 4,000 watching. So right now, pretty important. It's a big day today for Micron. So what I wanted to talk to you about was we had a huge move up. And your friend and mine, Miss Danielle Shea, told me something that when we get an outsized move in a name, we could see a strong continuation the next day. But I ask you, I don't know if I want to buy it up here at 106 and change. Let's look at some levels, and potentially you have some. Let's talk about Micron.
Okay, yeah, so Micron, and I just ran it. Because you're right, I can't. It's been a busy day. It's been a crazy day. But I just ran it, and we did hit and hold support on the 14th of March. And if that low is in place, I've got price resistance, 97 and 99. And we've talked about this before because I don't look at overnight data. So,
right now we're up to 107.
We could fly right through this tomorrow. And if that is the case, then your targets off of that more recent low at the 14th of March are going to be 104.99, which is basically 105, and 109. So what I say is many moves to determinate at extensions of prior swings. I also like to look at prior swings in the market to see where the move may stop. So what are you showing right now as far as
so right now
your aftermarket data?
Sure, show my screen here so maybe Tammy can see this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but we're up to 107 right now, and you nailed that top right here. The top of the pre-market, I mean, we do have a wick up here to 111, but forget about it. The real top right here, 108.50 so far, Tammy, in the pre-market. We have no bottoms at all. We just took off. It's been supported here at about 105 so far. So that goes in with one of your extension points. I believe it was the 1.27 level there was 105. So right now we're just bouncing between 105 and 108. I mean, for me, I'd be buying dips into 105, but it's still early days as Micron just reported about 10 or 15 minutes ago. So that's what we're at right now.
Yeah, what I can do too, because all the moving averages are on the side of the bulls, and that's what I call a royal trade setup. What I mean is we're above the 200, which is the pink dotted line. We're above the 50, which is the green line. And those are both SMA, simple moving averages. The 5, which is an EMA, exponential moving average, is above the red 13 exponential moving average. So all the moving averages are on the side of the bulls. I say the same thing. We may get up to these target extensions and get a nice pullback. And when we do, I think it's a great opportunity to look at Micron.
So I know that you're maybe more of a longer term trader, a swing trader per se. Do you ever trade intraday or not really?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
So you do. Okay, so there you go. Were you involved? I know you did. You just did a piece there, so maybe you weren't involved in the Fed today. But did you put any trades on, or did you look at anything here in and around 2 p.m. today?
I did not, but my husband was in it. My husband's been trading for over 35 years. He actually works at Simpler Trading. His name is Bruce Marshall. He's got the bias room over there. And he had an SPX cash trade on, so
all right.
Off of my work.
Okay, so nothing for you today. Hey, maybe we can get Bruce on. If Bruce want to come on one day,
he would love to. Yeah, he's great. He's super intelligent and a great teacher.
Okay, so we'll bump Danielle and get Bruce on.
No.
Okay, anything. We
love Danielle.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We all make a great team together. We correlate a lot, coordinate a lot and say, hey, what are we, this is what I'm looking at. What do you think?
Perfect. No, I know you guys do for sure. So do us a favor tomorrow morning. I'll tweet at you, maybe give us some levels for Micron then, because we want to see some trades tomorrow morning for that. Is there any name or anything specifically? We've talked about a few names before. You brought Bristol Myers at the beginning of the year to us. Wow, it's been such a long time, eh? I feel like, is it just me, or does it feel like we're in March, April, May? Like this year just keeps on going. And I remember we talked about, it's so crazy how fast it's going. You brought Bristol Myers to us before, and Tammy, I'm gonna have to say, bang, good trade. We bottomed out here near 47, 48 bucks. We had mentioned that you had a nice move back up to 55, a retracement off the 200 period there. Should have we maybe exited on Bristol Myers here, because this was a, go ahead.
I'll tell you, my husband did. I did not, but I'm kind of in it for the long term.
Good, I like that.
Let me see if I can find. Here it is. Yeah, I mean, we're having a pullback. I don't know. Can you, if I pull this other screen over, can you see the screen now?
Yeah, if we're talking about
Bristol Myers.
Yep, we got the daily chart. Yep.
Yeah, fantastic. The 5 has crossed below the 13, which I do see as a warning sign, but we're still above the 200 and above the 50. And I bought it down there right around that 47, 48 area. So still looking good to me. I like the fact that we're coming down to that 50-day moving average.
Right.
And we've got price support anywhere from 50 to 51. So if you miss that initial, bounce,
yeah,
this is another good opportunity for you to be able to get involved.
Yeah, I really like that space. I really like the sort of the healthcare, the biotech space right now, just because of population's getting older. We've had some great breakthroughs in some drugs. You might have heard me talking about that. I know you and I have talked about that before as well. I feel like pullbacks in the space, well worth it. You can get XLV. We talked a little bit about that. Moderna could be possibly a good name in the space as well. What were you talking about with the money flow today?
With the money show, I basically just did a presentation on what Fibonacci's numbers are and how you find them, and retracements, extensions, symmetry, things like that. Just basically the way that I do my work.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Everyone can find you, of course. We're not going to let you go yet, but at traderttammy1 on X. Is there anywhere else, Simpler Trading you mentioned? You have anything going on YouTube or anything that you want to sort of...
Yeah, I'm not at Simpler Trading. My husband is at Simpler Trading. I'm at tradertv.live. The name of the room that I'm in is Fibonacci Stocks and Markets. And it's with Carolyn Borodin, who is known as the Fibonacci Queen, or Queen of Fibs now on Twitter. She is also on Jim Cramer quite a bit. Okay. And, has been on Bloomberg before. So a lot of people may be familiar with the Fibonacci Queen. She's my mentor, and she's the one that trained me. Everything I know.
All right, good. Always nice to have a queen and a princess in the same room. All right, so quickly, so I asked the chat if they had any questions for you. A lot of people just want to know your opinion on the Fed, but you had mentioned that you didn't really trade it today or anything like that. But do you?
Well, yeah, but I've got charts on it. I mean, if you want to see what happened according to my charts, can you see I just flipped back to this other set of charts?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Did that work correctly?
There it is. Yeah, we're right there.
Awesome.
Okay, go ahead.
This is SPX Cash. Hit and held my support, not direct hit, but close enough. The 11th of March, the direct hit and hold was actually on my 120-minute chart. But what you see happen today, basically, is we met the first target off of that high to low swing. The targets are green.
Yep.
You can see them listed there, target 1 and target 2. What I say is many moves tend to terminate at extensions of prior swings. Another great thing that happened is I gave my clients another opportunity to get in when we pulled back to the 618 right here to use as risk to get into this move that I had not met the targets yet. But it's met both the targets off of, let's see, this high to low swing, targets off of this high to low swing.
Right.
And so now we are just looking for that larger swing second target. And the second target off of that swing inside the swing at 52.26. And the next one is 52.50, basically, which is a nice end of the week type of number, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet if we got up that high. So when we talk about, and I was just going to ask you about time frame there, and then you mentioned end of the week, but realistically, when you're using Fibonacci retracements and all these different levels and things like that, you don't necessarily have a time frame on those, or do you? Like, I mean, on the chart, yes, but not to hit certain targets. Those are just levels you're waiting for. Could be a month, right? Could be a week.
Yeah, it depends on the time frame of the chart.
Right.
A great example of something that happened. Let's see. I'll tell you what. You know, Carolyn says that timing works 60 to 70% of the time, but man, I have been killing it lately. So these light gray lines are where I gave my clients timing. So the timing for a low, I gave against that price support at 51.69.
Right.
Let's see, that was the 15th of March. Then I gave them timing for a high. There was an extension that was there, but it's since been deleted, or some sort of resistance. I gave them timing for a high against that price resistance. We failed. Came into timing for a low yesterday with price support. Hit, held, and then you see what's happened today. We've gone through a lot of target extensions and a lot of price resistance. So I have really been, having a lot of great setups with time and price coming together. And those are my favorite type of setups, are when time and price come together.
I'm a little bit nervous about some of the tops here in the NASDAQ. But again, Micron kind of saves the day to me because I'm really worried about some of these chip names being overheated. But today, Micron comes out. Just real quick, come over to my screen because we have more breaking news right now. All right, it's Chewy earnings, so people in the chat want to know all about Chewy. So I don't know if you have any pets or not, Tammy, but you can go shopping at Chewy. And right now, it looks like people did do that, but net sales 2.84 billion to 2.86. This is what they're guiding forward versus 289. So they're actually guiding a little bit lower, but they are seeing sales higher. So there has to be some costs associated with that guide. We'll find out more about it, but it was a great quarter. So maybe we were in there buying some stuff for our pets. I got it. My son has an axolotl. We have an axolotl, a cat, and a dog. But come back to the screen real quick, and then we'll go to Tammy. There it is right now. Chewy beats 18 cents versus -4. Sales of 283 versus 279. So it looks like Chewy definitely with a great quarter. So I can already see right now, because you're a professional, Tammy, and you've already got it loaded up. So let's talk about Chewy a little bit. It's up 10% here. We did have a nice move. It stopped at 20. It's fading back to the 50 period just on the 1-minute chart, but it's looking pretty good here on a daily chart. Bounce, maybe it's not looking good, but it's looking good for a bounce off of this low that goes all the way back to the NASDAQ lows in August. We bounced off there just recently in February. Chewy with a decent short percentage of 17%. I think with this quarter, guys, I think there's a good chance that Chewy can actually go above the 50 period right now. I think a 20 break tomorrow on Chewy is an absolutely golden trade. Let's see what Tammy has to say.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of price resistance right around that 1920 area. So I think it could give us an opportunity to see the move stop, get 3 of those moving averages back on the side of the bulls. We'll still be below the 200, so you can still make a case for the bears. But if we get through that 2021 area and then have a nice pullback, I would say it'd be a good opportunity to find some risk and be able to get into something bullish. The reason why I really like the idea of this, is because if we come up here, get past this 20, we really don't have a lot of swings to project from.
Right.
So the risk will be very clearly defined. Okay. So when we come up, then get through that 20, 21 area, pull back, then we can have some pretty clearly defined risk from these previous swings. And if it takes out that symmetry, then we'll know that the low is not in place from the 23rd of February. We're either going to retest it or make a deeper downside correction. So that's something that I love about my work, is not only does it tell you where support and resistance is, but it also tells you where you might get in trouble if support or resistance is busted.
Yeah, we're looking, I mean, right now, come over to my screen right here. You're right about some of those support levels, because here comes Chewy. It's absolutely tanking right now into 17 again, and we may test some of those lows. I guess we must have nailed it with that guide. The guide is not great on that, so it looks like a nice little downside move. All right, it's 4:30. I don't need to keep you anymore. We don't want to get that husband upset. All right, Tammy, so far so good. Thank you so much for joining. Was there anything you want to talk about that maybe we didn't get to?
I just want you to know that the Fibonacci Princess helps you define your risk. Come join me at Elliott Wave Trader in the Fibonacci Markets and Stocks room. And find me at Trader Tammy 1 on Twitter.
Perfect. If you want to define your risk, you can go find Trader Tammy 1. Go find her. Or you can find her here as well. Every other week or every week, we'll figure that out. Thank you so much, Tammy, for coming through. Ciao. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you for having me again.
No problem. Always. That's Trader Talk. All right. Now, I just say hallelujah. Like, I don't know if we have that you know, that sound effect that we do have. Is that Ramin or Fabian over there? I thought this whole time it was Fabian. All right, so we do that because I feel like we just got saved by Micron. Micron came out today. If this report was the other way around, man, we would have seen some pressure there on the crypto space. I was just looking at crypto again, but on the chip space, NVIDIA. Let's just go see if it did save. Whoopsies, wrong window. Let's just see if we did get saved on NVIDIA. NVIDIA makes the move up to 908. Remember, Micron's a little bit different. It's RAM. It's not going to be like the GPU units, so a little bit of a difference there for Micron v NVIDIA. But you could see right here, look at this. This is what I like to see. Headline from Benzinga Pro. So here it is. Micron Q2 earnings revenue beat, EPS beat, strong guidance. Multi-year AI opportunity. Like that. All right, so what else did we like today? I didn't log into Twitter over here, so you're lucky. We don't have to do the sticky note today. But let's go over some trades that we made into the Fed. So look, this is real trading. I don't know what else to tell you guys. We really liked Apple. We actually discussed Apple. You guys asked me for some ideas heading into the Fed. So we gave you Apple down there long at 175. This was Sticky Note Nation, so stand the hell up, man. Sticky Note was hot fire today. 175 long. Look at this. That came in right away early, right? We bought that. There's some outs, 175, 176, sorry. Then there's the final out, 176.50 before Fed. Now, Fed came out. We had a huge pop up there. Maybe I can zoom into this. So a huge pop up. Look at this. Fade, fade, bang. Just because we went long early, keep it on the screen. Just because we went long early doesn't mean that we can't change up our opinion. So we faded it. Then this is where we got a little bit spicier because look at the time. It's 2:30, right? So we should have probably stayed away until Powell came out. But the problem is we were fading it off of this 177. As soon as it broke, we got out at 177.20. Petite, little small hit. What's so funny? Little bit of a small hit right there. Then we faded. Oh, there's a funny comment. Okay. Then we break up higher. Once we broke higher, we're like, giddy up, man. We wanted Apple long. We took it long. And then we spun that money at the end of the day on that one. I don't actually have the money thing here. We don't need to. Nice move upside. Take it all the way before finally getting out right there at the close. There it is. Thank you so much for dropping that down. Now, the other trade that we had was Tesla, as that was a great trade, man. We wanted Tesla long earlier. It did not drop into our 168 level, so we left it alone. But guess what? We found some good prices. So again, just in the midday, Tesla fell down. You see, there's that. We were bidding 170.05. The lowest it got today was 170.85. But when it faded back, we thought that we could take some longs here against basically 172. So that's that long. We ran it all the way up there. We got out at 174.59. That was a monster trade, man. Just that trade alone was really nice. So that executed the upside. We actually held a little bit for the Fed. We only held 20%. Good move, or yeah, 20%, I was gonna say, or 10, but 20, 40, 60, 81. Then we had a dip buy opportunity into 175. We thought that was the dip, but then we played the 50 period down there at 174.50, getting out at 176. Shout out to Chef Joe and everybody else. Look, we don't have Neil tomorrow. It'll be fine. We have Obi coming through. That should be a lot of fun. Join me tomorrow at 8:30. I have to say thank you to everybody for watching today. It's been a banger. But you know what? We did a roll call on the main show. This is my show right now, and we're doing it again. So let's go. Let's shout out everybody that's here. I want to thank all 3,000 of you, man. You guys stayed on for quite a while. Still 2,500 on board. Traders stay late. Let's start using that hashtag. I got to use that hashtag more. Thanks, Ramin. A great thumbnail today as well. We had Powell on there. We had me on there. And let's do a little shout out. Wow, look at all these waves. All right, now I got to do a wave to everybody else. Yo, what's up, everybody? All right, so shout out to Borat? No, Bora Hout. Right, Bora Hout. Okay, shout out to you. Kevin Mendoza, my guy, what's up? We'll still have those bangers. I can't just give all the bangers. You guys give some bangers too, so thank you so much. D. Westermeyer, we are. Shout out to Mr. Westermeyer. Thank you for the cue ball there, the 8 ball. What's up to Loser 101? Yo, what's up? Nice shirt, thank you. Nice shirt for yourself as well. Yo, what's up to Loser? What's up to Emma Fernandez? I'm going to miss people. What's up to Melissa Murphy, Thomas, Toilet Brush? Hope you're clean, my guy. All right, Yoel's here, Dan, Marty's here, Paul's here, everybody's here. But you know what? I'm not going to be here for too much longer because my brother is taking me and my son out to a wrestling event. Shout out to AEW. It's down here at the Rico Coliseum. Should be a hell of a lot of fun. But I'll have, see these bags? They might even be more tomorrow. Who knows what kind of fun we're going to have, but we're going to have it tonight, and so should you. It was a big day. Thank you for continuously supporting Trader TV Live. This is the Market Recap Show. I'm at Trader TV Shawn on everything. Go find me and follow me and ask me questions there. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Bears vs. Bulls. Thanks to Dara, Ramin, Fabian, Brendo, Neil. I'm probably missing somebody, but a big shout out to everybody. Thanks to Obi for stepping up. He's in the hot seat tomorrow with me. I'll see everybody tomorrow as I need to take a drink of water ASAP. Ciao, everybody. I'm coming home.